I want to march with my banner because I'm proud of it and I'm proud of my Irish heritage.
They're allowed to march in the parade. It's not under their banner.
This is St. Patrick's Day Parade in Staten Island, a celebration of Irish heritage and culture. For many years, the Richmond County St. Patrick's Parade Committee has denied LGBTQ+ organizations the opportunity to march with their banner. These groups include the Pride Center of Staten Island. Like every other group, Carol Bullock, the Pride Center's executive director, has been going to the Pride organizers every year to apply for them to march under their center's banner.
I'm here in the parking lot, they're inside, and I'm here. I'm hoping with them that this will be the year of change. Too many communities in the city in New York experience exclusion. Exclusion hurts. Exclusion is painful. Exclusion is wrong. It's ironic to be here in the parking lot of a Catholic church, where it's full of images of Jesus, the gospel, welcome, even a sign here that says, all life is precious. How I wish that we would all live by such a virtue. It took us 25 years to march on Fifth Avenue. It's hard every year to be told you are not welcome. Parades like this send a message to our children that you belong, we love you, we welcome your gifts. We welcome the unique self that you are. And here they are.
I might just swim around.
Well, and that's the thing is,
It's obnoxious.
if we do it,
No.
yeah.
It's just obnoxious.
So,
Really?
yeah.
Same as last
You know,
year.
I said,
Really?
I said to them, I said, I'm a Irish Catholic boy that happens to be gay also, and I said, like, you know, listen, like, I was raised in that church, and I know that, like, the church loves us. Like, this is claiming Catholic tenets. This is not.
He did the tenets again,
Catholic
against
tenets.
the Catholic tenets and teachings. Just very respectful conversation. Talked about, you know, what a great parade it is on Staten Island. He told us we could march without our banner, which is not an option for me at all, by the way. That's never happened. And then talked about how marching with our banner, he talked about how it promoted homosexuality again, which he said last year. I just want to march with my organization. It was a no right away. You know, it's this type of discrimination that it's the reason the Pride Center exists, you know. We face this in many other aspects every single day. So it gives me hope that I see every other borough in New York City allowing their centers to march. And I'm pretty resilient, so I'm not going away. As soon as we asked to apply and they found out what organization we were from, they just said a vote was taken and the answer is no.
This issue of the Pride Center being not allowed to march in the parade has been something that's been really personal to me for years. As an Irish person, as a gay person who was raised in the Catholic Church, it's really hard for me to accept this discrimination.
The Staten Island Parade Committee largely explained the exclusion by referencing the teachings of the Catholic Church.
we tried to talk to them. We tried to explain to them our viewpoint, and they told us that that it came down to Catholic tenets, that the Pride Center advocated for the gay lifestyle, and that according to them, that's against the Catholic tenets. I quickly identified myself as a gay Catholic man who was raised in the Catholic Church, and I said that, you know, the Pride Center is so much more than just advocating for LGBT people. They're advocating for community on Staten Island and inclusion of all people on Staten Island, and they do advocate for the LGBTQ community, but they also advocate for Staten Island as a whole and becoming a community resource as a whole for our island. Catholic beliefs can be upheld at the St. Patrick's Day Parade, and the Pride Center can be included, and both of those things can happen. My mom every Sunday goes to Catholic church, and I know that you can be a good Catholic and love queer people and allow queer people to be themselves. And like, my mother's a shining example of that. My mother is what it means to be a Catholic, and I know that my mom loves me for who I am and still is resolute in her Catholic tenets.
As a human being, I'm going to admit this is what I feel for my brothers and sisters in this borough. I feel pain for the young people who are going to read about this. That an organizer of the St. Patrick's Parade on Staten Island said that they did not belong simply because that they were LGBT. Exclusion is wrong and painful and hurts. We're in New York City, the birthplace of the modern LGBT rights movement. What are we doing? What are we saying to young people? How could we, and above all from a church basement, in the name of Jesus or the gospel, to say this is justified? No, exclusion is wrong. We have to do better as human beings. We have to be kind to one another, be welcoming to one another. Parades are about celebrating life together, celebrating diversity.
St. Patrick's Day Parade is the biggest celebration on Staten Island. It is organized by the Parade Committee of the Ancient Order of Hibernians under President Larry Cummings. Many Staten Islanders are not pleased with the organizers' exclusion of the Pride Center.
Being Irish isn't a matter of being homosexual or heterosexual. It's a matter of being Irish. They call it St. Patrick's Day, but there's so much drinking and everything that's going on. It's really not a religious parade. It's a celebration parade, so everybody should be allowed to celebrate.
I have no comment. No comment on that.
Yeah, I don't really follow up with that too much. It's not, doesn't really have anything to do with my particular, beliefs and stuff. So, I believe they should be able to do what they want, but unfortunately, a lot of people have, different beliefs. So
hopefully everybody will come together and they'll reach a solution in next year and the year after. Right now, I can't say much.
I believe that everybody has equal rights to march, regardless of who they are, and it's a day for everyone to enjoy and have fun.
To me, St. Patrick's Day Parade means drinking, living, having green, how she looks so cute in green, and that's just about it.
Members of the Pride Center point out that marching without their banner strips them of their identity.
You're pushing us right back in the closet.
March without a banner means we're just a bunch of people wandering down the street. To march with the banner shows that we represent the community center. And once again, and I'll, with my dying breath, I'll say, who and how we love is of no consequence to walking as a community center.
As an openly gay person, I feel like I should be able to march as who I am, and we're told we're not. So I think it's a shame. I think we're the only borough in New York City, and I love Staten Island, and I feel sad that this is how we're represented in the rest of the world. I've been to St. Patrick's Day parades for the last 30 years. It is the biggest drunken festival I have ever seen. If you think this is a religious parade, you are out of your mind. This is a celebration, and we should be allowed to celebrate just like the rest of the country. If this is a religious parade, it's a disgrace.
first year was very much like, just try to galvanize support, see what we can do about it. And we got a lot of like, hold on, don't make too much noise. The following year, we did a small act of love on Forest Avenue the day of the parade, where we ran in a rainbow down the road as different colored shirts. So we all dressed up in a different color. We have garnered elected official support. Both Democrats and Republicans have come out in support of us. We put out a statement calling on the Hibernians to invite the Pride Center to march.
We welcome anybody. They can march with us. They can march with our division of the AOH. They're not marching under their banner. That's simple as that.
And I've been invited to march with certain people, just not with my banner, and I'm not going to do it.
We have rules about what kind of banners you can have, and right now, that's not one of our rules.
Tell you just the support from organizations throughout Staten Island, we are supported.
We have so much love on this island from everyone, from Republicans to Democrats. There's respect for the queer community, and it is very quickly not even becoming an issue for so many people, but there's just a couple of very powerful people regarding the St. Patrick's Day Parade digging their heels in.
The Pride Center has not been alone in the banner struggle. The Brooklyn Irish LGBTQ community has also struggled for years to march with their banner.
We applied to march in the parade. So they asked us to march without our banner, and we said that's absolutely no. And what we were told is this is a Catholic parade, and we do not allow any signs that oppose the teachings of the Catholic Church. They said we consulted with the priests and the bishops, and it's a Catholic parade, and we cannot allow any signs that oppose the teachings of the Catholic Church.
In 2019, the Brooklyn Irish LGBTQ organization won the banner fight and were included in Brooklyn's St. Patrick's Day Parade, allowing them to march with their banner. Brendan Fay founded the Queen's St. Pat's Day Parade for All during the parade's 25 years of resistance to accept LGBTQ banners. Manhattan finally bowed to the banner in 2014, also ending then-Mayor Bill de Blasio's boycott in protest of the LGBTQ exclusion. Despite all this progress, the parade organizers in Staten Island have said,
We have nothing to do with the Manhattan Parade.
Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and most recently, the Bronx St. Pat's Day parades have all become inclusive of LGBTQ banners. Staten Island remains the only borough that continues to exclude LGBTQ+ groups from marching under their own banner in St. Patrick's Day Parade.
That by marching in the parade but remaining closeted, they feel that that's not a full acceptance of who they are.
I have no comment on that.
No comment, and no Pride Center banner. And so the battle continues.
I will not be silent next year. I will not be silent 10 years from now. We'll march in that parade. I will march down Forest Avenue with the Pride Center's banner. The joke that I make consistently is Forest Avenue, which is a hill that the parade goes down. It's the hill I'm gonna die on. I'm really set on marching in that parade. I will march in that parade one day.
And that day is finally here, as Staten Island is set to have its first ever LGBTQ inclusive St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 17, 2024. The new parade will be held on Forest Avenue 2 weeks after the annual parade organized by the Parade Committee of the Ancient Order of Hibernians. Mayor Eric Adams, who had boycotted the existing parade over its exclusion of LGBTQ groups, will participate in the new parade. The Forest Avenue Business Improvement District has already reached out to the Pride Center to request their participation, Executive Director Carol Bullock said in a statement that the organization will be accepting the offer. Going forward, there will be 2 St. Patrick's Day parades on Staten Island, one inclusive and the other exclusive. Staten Island will no longer have the only known exclusive parade in the world. However, one inclusive parade is what all Staten Islanders are calling for, and they remain hopeful for that to finally happen.